my baby, my Valentine. Can I hit the making my temperature dey rise? If you leave me, you're good. I swear, you are like the oxygen I need to survive. I'll be honest. My love is the thought of me. I am so obsessed. I want to pull up, never need it. Pull up, make I see you love. Give me love, make a bad man.
I go spend. Talk all they want, I don't care what they say, cause your matter. Now in my con, they carry for my head every night. Now you I want it. No, 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 don't tell me no, no, no. You can be my partner, never riding solo, no. And we got lucky, no need to. I'm feeling what you're doing, oh yeah, baby, gotta go, gotta go. Your body, they make I see you, love. Now you where they got my fancy. Don't they do me, I give party, oh no, 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 no.
Or should I be early in the morning? Oh yeah, shake it, make it spend my money. Call me Mr. Bean, I go make you. Hey, give me, baby, make you give me. I go show you love and I go take you to my city. Don't need them, make I look pretty. You won't make us sing to me before you go see me. Fine girl, you know your body bad. Same body bad can make you for Ghana. Here, dancing for me, baby, pana. Come and give me show.
Let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting Charlotte Hornets. At forward, P.J. Washington. At forward, Gordon Hayward. At center, Mason Plumlee. At guard, Terry Rozier III. At guard, LaMelo Ball. The head coach of the visiting team is Steve Clifford. Introducing the starting five, the York Atlanta. Forward, 6'7", number 12, Dejounte. And forward, 6'9", number 20,
2K Sports for NBA action this Sunday afternoon. Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Charlotte Hornets. This is Brian Anderson, joined courtside by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce. Hey, Allie.
Thank you, Brian. Well, Hawks head coach Nate McMillan was drafted in the 80s, and he knows he's old school. But he says, quote, "One thing I've learned is you have to adapt to a new generation of players. Times have changed. The shouting, the yelling, the negativity, it just doesn't work anymore. Guys?"
A more nuanced approach, Allie. Thank you. And here's a look at some numbers for Bogdan Bogdanovic.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
Here are the starters for Charlotte. Ball and Rozier are the guards. At the forward spots, Hayward and Washington, and it's Plumlee in at the center position. And for Atlanta, Collins plays the 4 with Capella at the 5. The tandem on the perimeter, Murray and Hunter, and it's Young in at the 1. It's clear Charlotte has the pieces in place to make noise in the league for years to come.
Yeah, no question, B.A. They got one of the best young rosters in the NBA. And they're balanced. They play tremendous team basketball. Fun to watch.
And so off the tip, it's Charlotte. Rozier from outside. Counted from distance.
All Rozier needs is a little breathing room, and he's firing that thing. And usually knocking it down.
Knocked away. Here's Ball. And Ball throws it down.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Well, when you're careless with the ball, that's what happens. It ends up going the other direction.
And we know turnovers are painful and costly. You get loose with the ball on one end and get punished on the other end.
Hunter passes to Capella. To halt the run. And Rozier pulls it down. The Hornets have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Shoots over Capella. And here are the Hornets with another bucket.
And this is how you want to start the ball game. 4 for 4 from the field. Seems like they're right on point and can't miss.
Murray against Rozier. Murray, no good. The Hornets have gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. Here's Ball. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. They haven't looked like themselves the last few possessions.
They haven't. This is when they really need to be patient and get a clean look.
Stolen by Rozier. Here's Hayward. Got it from about 16 feet. All right, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Hornets?
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And also, I haven't seen a lot of resistance from the defense when it comes to limiting their points in transition.
Now a timeout called by Atlanta.
It's time to teaser.
now Young. 27 points his last game. Outside Murray. Outside Young. Hunter on the wing. To stop the run. And that one is hammered home.
At last, their cold streak is over. They finally found something that worked.
Well, you knew it eventually was going to happen. I mean, my goodness, a tight start to this one, but maybe that'll ignite some more buckets to be made.
And usually teams go on runs from a bunch of layups and dunks, but that's not the case here.
LaMelo Ball is must-see TV. He is so much fun to watch. An exciting young all-star plays with such verve and confidence, and his passing ability incredible. And as a result, he's in the highlight reel more often than not.
Now here's Murray, coming off a terrific game against New York. Over to the left wing. Here's Collins. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist.
You know, we know Murray's got some creativity to his passing game, but no need to be creative there. I mean, he sees the wide open man and zips it right to him.
And talking about LaMelo, his game has caught the attention of the legend, Magic Johnson.
There were few that did it anywhere near the level that Magic did it at, with his enthusiasm and creativity as a passer and that winning karma that he brought to the Lakers. And he likes LaMelo's basketball IQ and actually even compared LaMelo to himself, which to me is the highest order of praise.
Here's Murray after the basket by Charlotte. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Outside Young, just 4 to shoot. From 12 feet, chalk up 2 there.
The mid-range can be tricky for Young, but he was clearly feeling that shot.
The Hornets have gone 8 of 10 shooting. Here's Ball, and Ball throws it down.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Now here's Collins. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game. Capella screen on Ball. Young from long range, and that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Known for his long-range shooting, when Young gets some wiggle room, he fires with confidence.
All no good. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. The 3 is up. Young misses. Collins against Washington. Three-pointer. The offensive rebound. And that one drops for him.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
And Atlanta has possession. The Hornets making their last shot. Murray, no good.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
Shoots it from the corner. Rebound Atlanta. This game coming on the heels of their win versus the Knicks.
Talk about strong offensive production. They went out, played to their strengths, and were successful as a result.
Yeah, you know, not deviating from the game plan is critical. You've got to trust in the system.
That one drops for him. Young's got 7.
When you're the size of Young, the floater is your friend. Nice touch, young man.
And that was the mobile one drive. Low resistance to the finish line.
Yeah, they're trying to close this gap. Always a good option to probe the paint and see if you can get an easy one inside.
Here's Ball. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Rockets in Houston. Here he goes. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Tons of hype around LaMelo Ball, the 3rd overall pick in 2020. Just like you, Grant.
Yeah, although the draft was a little different back in my day. But let me tell you, B.A., there is so much pressure being a top 3 pick. It's really impressive that LaMelo has lived up to the lofty expectations.
And that one falls for Ball.
You know, this Hawks team really does score the ball well. Lots of dynamic players on this team, and Young has made a huge difference in their production.
And so Ball nails both of them. So about Atlanta, just how far can this team make it?
Well, B.A., there's no question they'll be efficient on the offensive end. But the question is, can they put everything else together and be a complete team? That'll ultimately be the difference. Hey, he's doing whatever he can right now to pump up his teammates.
And Ball throws it down.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Trust Young to put the offense on his back. He loves showing up and doing big numbers for his team.
Ball. And Ball throws it down.
Really taking charge of the game, largely with a detailed interior attack.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team. Yeah, he's owning them on the offensive end, but, you know, he can't do it by himself.
And it's Washington missing. Atlanta's gone 3 for 5 from deep so far in this matchup. Collins, left side. Back to Murray. Hunter on the wing. Lets the three fly. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist. Murray's got his 5th assist in this one.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Here's Rozier. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
There's some nice chemistry on offense. They're just taking what the defense allows.
Well, it's interesting. The defense continues to back off, expecting them to attack the rack, but they just continue to pull up and knock down those mid-range jumpers.
Atlanta calls timeout. The Hawks will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Johnson comes in for John Collins. Griffin, he's checked in for Hunter. And Bogdanovich is subbed in for Dejounte Murray. The Hawks trailing. Bogdanovich on the wing. Johnson a screen on Rozier. The kick out to Griffin. He's off on that one. And Charlotte going the other way now. McDaniels from long range. Here's Richards. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating. I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Now here's Bogdanovich. 14 points for him last game against New York. Well, the Hawks again cannot hit it. Charlotte has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Rozier from outside. And he finishes. That makes him 4 out of 5. Here in the middle part of the season, Grant, what are the biggest challenges for players?
Well, BA, it's mental, physical, and emotional fatigue. Night in and night out, you have to stay focused. With the amount of games teams play, all those back-to-backs, traveling across the country, bringing it every time out can be difficult.
Atlanta's gone 4 of 8 from outside in this first quarter. There's Young with the 3. That is now his 7th field goal in 10 attempts. Impressive.
Ooh, 7 for 9 in the first quarter. He's on fire.
Rozier from outside. Ooh, coming through again, shooting 5 for 7 now.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
Pass to Young. Johnson a screen on ball. Here's Young. Releases from the wing and drills it. Young's got 20 points.
He's trying to will this team back into it, doing all he can offensively.
Here's Rozier. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Rozier has a really impressive offensive arsenal. He can beat you in a lot of ways.
Rozier's gone a terrific 6 for 8 shooting from the floor. Bogdanovich passes to Griffin. McDaniels against Johnson. Pass to Young. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And now let's see some real stats, real scores from the real NBA and find out which players were the top distributors these past 10 games. LaMelo Ball is second.
He's making a lot of friends with the way he's been moving the ball, setting up his teammates nicely in their favorite spots.
From the arc. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. And he's been absolutely relentless.
Pass to Young. Puts it up from 12. And again, it's Atlanta.
And although Young is a smaller guard, he doesn't lack confidence, even amongst the trees.
Three-pointer Rozier. The rebound by the Hawks. Last time they met was in Charlotte, where they beat the Hornets.
Their approach was to draw fouls in that game and put their opponent in a very difficult position.
And as a result, there was a blowout win. Credit them for initiating contact and forcing the officials to make the calls. Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
A nice shot by Young. 1:19 left in the first quarter here. The 3 from Ball. Sends it home from three-point land. Ball's got 24.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And yeah, this is the fire Young brings to every game. He won't let a foul stop his shot. You know what, Trae Young? He almost embraces being the villain to other teams' fan bases. It's like he feeds off the fans heckling him on the road.
Williams is checked in for Charlotte. Maladone comes in for Ball.
At the line for one.
Grant, as you said with Young, he's been the villain in the playoffs more than a few times.
Yeah, B.A. Players who can embrace that are good for the NBA. Trae Young has fun being a thorn as a visiting player, and he always backs it up with his play. Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Now here's Bogdanovich. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And here's Young. Shot clock at 5. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Despite despite the play of the team, I think he's had an outstanding game. He's really done well here.
Here's Martin. And it's Charlotte with another.
Defensively, their effort hasn't been great early on.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here. It looked to me to be a bit sluggish.
Now here's Young. He's got 31. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Griffin finds Young. Lets it go from deep. Another three for Atlanta.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
They've played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
And, you know, when you've got a chance to put a team away early, you got to take it.
Outside Young. It could go. Ooh, he released it in time, but it's off the mark. And so it's Charlotte closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a very convincing performance from the Hornets so far.
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Hunter is the 3 with Collins at the 4. Justin Holiday out there with Murray. And it's Capella in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. And you look at the numbers Murray puts up, Grant. He's a threat to post a triple-double on any given night.
And I love that about him, B.A. I mean, he brings it in every aspect of the game. He doesn't hunt stats. The game just finds him. With his steal rate, might be the best bet to put up a quadruple double in the league one day.
The first free throw is good.
Easy to see that this Hornets squad loves to play at a fast pace, and for good reason. They're built to do just that. They push the ball up court fast and hard, and they really work hard to try and catch the opposition unprepared and unalert.
And Murray drops them both. And when it comes to their up-tempo play, do the Hornets' youthfulness play a part in that, you think, Clark?
There's no question about it, B.A. I mean, a younger squad definitely, I think, means more natural energy. So they've got more gas in that tank. Their amber light rarely comes on. And they can really outwork more experienced, older teams in some cases.
And then it's Collins with the dunk.
Oh, a high flyer. Collins playing above the rim and then coming down with force.
Williams misses. The Hawks trailing. To the left side wing. Murray passes to Capella. And it's Capella with the jam.
How about the force from Clint Capella? When he's got good position inside, he's throwing it down.
Maladon. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes. And the Hornets lead by 7. And Atlanta shooting 64% for the game. Amazing. Here's Murray. Maladon grabs the miss.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Hayward's shot is off. For Atlanta, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Hunter passes to Holiday. Free throw line jumper. Murray's shot is good. Murray's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, that's a shot some teams are willing to give Murray. The more he knocks it down, the more dangerous he'll become.
Maladon for 3. Knocks it down from distance.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Now here's Murray. He's closely guarded. Finds the open look, and it's on target. Murray Murray's got 6.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Now here's Hayward. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game. Right side Murray. Here's Holiday. And it's blocked by Martin. Hayward against Hunter. Hayward's shot is off. The Hawks have gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. Murray finds Holiday. Collins outside. Pass to Capella. Clock at 6. Collins passes to Hunter. The Hawks need to get one up here. Three-pointer. The shot comes out, and Charlotte going the other way now. Here's a drive by Hayward, and he comes up with a bucket.
Hayward has an opportunity to get straight line to the bucket. He can really move. Gets inside and gets to his spot for his shot.
Now here's Holiday. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Shoots from the block, and there's Murray. That one's good. On the assist from Holiday.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
And clearly not enough defensive presence there.
Well, he just took advantage and a ferocious jam.
And guys, that'll get his heart rate up a little bit, I can tell you that. Watch out, he can be a dangerous player when his motor is revved up that way.
Here's Murray. Give him 8 points now. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
From deep three-point range. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Martin's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Washington. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Really good control that time by Washington. Embraced the physical contact and then worked his way through.
Well, Clark, you've got your good players in the league, but then there's that group that is in that elite category. What type of player commands that kind of respect?
Well, I think it's a guy who shows up every day but produces at a high level. I think you probably tip your hat to scores in that case, but there's a lot of respect and cachet given to outstanding defenders. Anybody that's excellent consistently, I think, gets a level of respect that's special.
And the Hawks going from the Eastern Conference Finals to the 8th seed via play-in. A bit of a step backwards last year.
Yeah. You know, growing as a young team has its ups and downs. Hawks know they can be better than the 8th seed. They now have an expectation of a playoff caliber ball club.
Now here's Rozier. A 26-point game for him in the win against Houston.
And with all the attention he drew offensively, he did a great job of just kicking to the open man.
You know, it's all about shooting in rhythm. And Rozier that time was able to measure the shot and then knock it down.
Holiday has the open look. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist. Murray's got assist number 8 here already in the game. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, guys, the NBA markets itself behind its star players, but Commissioner Adam Silver understands what makes the game tick. He said, quote, "This is a team sport. In order to truly win championships and compete at the highest level, all the players have to come together."
So true, Allie. Thank you. So it's Atlanta now. 15-point game. Next game against the Bulls at United Center. It'll be the front end of a 2-game road trip. Pass to Holiday. Fires the 3. Hits the trifecta. Holiday's got 5 points now this quarter.
Nice awareness there from the big man Collins. Solid at finding his teammates when they're open.
The 3, Smith. The rebound by the Hawks.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
passes to Collins. Murray with it. Picked up by Plumlee. And here's Hunter for three. Plumlee pulls down the board. Plumlee's got his 5th rebound in this one. Shot from the wing. They grab their own miss.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
The Hawks have gotten 7 shots out of 14 attempts in the second quarter. Ooh, poked away. Here's Murray, and he drives in. Soft touch off the glass. Murray's got 10 points.
Murray showing you real poise that time, guys, converting on aggressive defense. The concentration, outstanding. Boy, he strikes again from range. His 4th in this game after draining 3 in the first period.
Now a timeout called by Atlanta.
You know, guys, there's one thing that may have hurt the Hornets the past few seasons: a lack of playoff experience among their core players.
Who wants a free t-shirt? Let me hear you.
Group out there. Richards is checked in for Charlotte. McDaniels comes in for Hayward. Hornets on D. Johnson passes to Bogdanovich. Here's a Kongwu. Fast break. Here come the Hornets. McDaniels can't hit. The Hawks have gone 8 of 15 in the second. Smith against Young. Out on his own on the break. A nice shot by Smith. Smith's got his first points of the night.
Yeah, you can't be careless around Smith. That's when he strikes because he's so quick.
Young finds Bogdanovich. Back to Young. Charity stripe shot. And he connects with a jumper. Young's got 36 points.
He's bringing a lot of energy to this offense, not letting the scoreboard discourage him right now.
Boy, I tell you what, the hole would be a lot deeper if he wasn't being as efficient as he's been so far.
A nice shot by Richards.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Bogdanovich on the wing. There's the screen by Johnson. Bogdanovich into the lane. Yep, that one's good. Bogdanovich has got his first 2 points.
What an athlete Bogdanovich is, sprinting towards the rim with such aggression and
Charlotte calls timeout. And the 2K leaderboard now gives us a look at the shooting percentage leaders from this past month. Second, Mason Plumlee.
One of the hottest players in the league. He's been really sharp from the field recently.
Charlotte has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Here's Smith. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Yeah, I tell you, he's got a great vertical. I mean, this guy can bounce and dunk easily. Always a luxury to have a point guard who can throw it down on you when he needs to.
Atlanta with the ball, trailing by 17. Young, the pass to Griffin. Count that bucket.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Here's Smith. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Yeah, Smith doesn't mind showing off his dunking ability. This guy can throw it down with a little flavor.
And that was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, bringing you the sauce. Atlanta's gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. Rozier against Bogdanovich. Pass to Johnson. Back to Bogdanovich. From deep. He drops it from range. Bogdanovich has got 5 points in the quarter.
He's finally started to settle down here in the second quarter. Just needed to work up a sweat.
You know, you watch Bogey and how he can orchestrate. He's an underrated playmaker, Grant.
Yeah, BA, the assist numbers don't jump out at you. But he has great court vision at all times. Runs the pick and roll well and is shifty in the paint.
Yes, it's good. Bogdanovich has got 7 points in the game.
Give him credit. Improving in the second quarter. Just great adjustments.
For 3, Smith nails it from 3.
Smith Jr.
And the Hornets lead by 15.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
Bogdanovich on the wing. That's it. Coming off an assist from Young. 10 points for him.
After having none in the first, he gets 2 3-point shots to go here.
For 3, Smith. And the Hornets, another 3.
Boy, you got to get out on Smith from deep. He's very good at stroking it from downtown.
Outside Bogdanovich. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom. Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
A minute 20 left in the second. Smith against Young. Fires from deep. McDaniels with the rebound.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Pulls up. The shot no good. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Pass to Young. Griffin against McDaniels. Okongwu. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Plumlee's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Richards. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to go on Bogdan Bogdanovic.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Well, after the first round exit in 22, the Hawks front brass admitted perhaps they've been too complacent with the roster. So that changed this summer, trading for an all-star in Dejounte Murray. He can make a big impact with his two-way talent.
Down the first one. So for the Hornets, Martin, he's checked in for Plumlee. Maladon comes in for Rozier. And LaMelo Ball is subbed in for Smith. And so he hits both. Here's Young. He's got 36 points. And there's the call on LaMelo Ball. That's his first foul of the game. Williams is checked in for Richards.
Checking in for the away team, Mark Williams.
.35 seconds left in the second period. Griffin against Martin. Pass to Okongwu. Griffin in the post. Blocked!
No, sir. Get it out of here. LaMelo using that long reach to deny that shot.
It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
Superb anticipation on that rejection, and that'll allow them to stay on the lead if they keep defending like that.
There's 21 seconds left in the first half. And that one's good. Young.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
There's 18 seconds left in the half. Charlotte's gone 4 of 7 from 3 during the second quarter. Maladon for 3. Rebound Atlanta. With 1 on the clock. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Charlotte in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. And the 3-ball has been huge in building this lead. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I'm here with PJ Washington. PJ, what will be the key for you guys defensively in the second half?
Not letting them get easy routes to the basket and contesting their shot, rebounding, and not letting them get second chance points.
Comes back to the fundamentals, guys.
Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break, ready for the third quarter.
Welcome to halftime, everybody. First on the menu is looking at what games will be coming up here shortly. Actually, let's switch topics to one I know everybody's been thinking about. Shaq, how would you like to start DJing during the breaks?
Definitely. I'll get my whole setup moved in, but I'll need Kenny's desk too.
See, why would you even start this? Why?
You won't be mad once it's popping off in here. Throw your hands in the air. Say Ernie. Hey. Say Ernie. Hey.
And now breaking down the first half we saw, what can you say about LaMelo Ball? He's putting on a show.
He's hitting all the buckets. When you got a guy this hot, just got to let him do his thing.
Yeah, no question. His thing is working, running wild. that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We're seeing a tremendous game from Trae Young.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Steve Clifford. At the forward spots, Hayward and Washington. Ball and Rozier are the guards. And it's Plumlee in at the 5 down low.
Hey, I saw that coming from a mile away. I tell you, Rozier wanted to rise to the challenge of their last 3 to see who owns the arc.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Young with it. Capella screen on ball. Here's Young. Oh, it's blocked by Washington.
What a nice job getting up to deny that shot. Washington showing you terrific anticipation on that rejection.
And that's how you defend. He wasn't showing any mercy with that swat.
Yeah, good offense comes from great defense. This lead is only getting stronger with plays like that.
On defense, the Hornets. Murray finds Capella.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Time called here. The Hornets decide to talk it over.
It's team-set time. Let me hear you make some noise.
Top 10 in steals. This is a team that will force turnovers if you're careless with the ball.
And that assist per game stat is a real positive for them. This squad has no trouble finding ways to move the ball and get the whole team involved. Charlotte has gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. Three-pointer Rozier. Charlotte gets it back. It's good on the putback. And the Hornets lead by 18.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. Oh, they get a hand on it. Ball with a steal. The finish! And Ball throws it down.
Boy, you look at Ball, and I really think he excels more in the open court than he does in the half court.
The Hawks have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Young inside, pounded by Ball. Collins outside. Pass to Young. Looking to win the run. Gets the 3 ball to go. Young's got 42 in the game.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
The Hawks have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. And when John Collins takes off from the floor, you can feel your hair start to stand up.
One of the most explosive players in the league with this incredible liftoff. A strong step to the rim, and he can demolish anything in his path. Simply an electric player at times.
And it's Rozier. That time on the assist by Washington. Rozier's got 5 points now this quarter. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Here's Murray. Plumlee pulls down the board. Plumlee's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Hayward. Hunter with the rebound.
When you're that open, do you really need to go with the leader?
Pass to Young from behind the arc. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, BA. Unbelievable.
Here's Washington. Good work there as it goes. Washington's got 8.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Atlanta's gone 3 of 5 from downtown here in the second half. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Good! Another from 3. Man, he's really launching them from outside the arc.
And so locked in, feeling confident in his three-point shot tonight.
Well, it's a nice sight to see Washington attacking inside, just making the defense foul.
Shooting for Charlotte, P.J. Washington. Taking 2 shots.
And that one falls for Washington. Well, we often see teams make big moves right before the trade deadline. Clark, do you like when a team goes through significant changes mid-season?
Well, it does keep things interesting, but as a general rule, I don't think you can do that consistently. But it does add some life and excitement to what's going on when it does happen. But major roster changes, as a general principle, are typically not going to work in your favor.
Now here's Murray. He's got 13. Hayward with a steal. Holiday against Washington. Puts it up from 15. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte. The Hawks have gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter. Murray against Rozier. Pass to Hunter. Stolen by Ball. Here's Rozier. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
All you got to do is get open, and Ball's handling the rock. He's going to find you. LaMelo's got incredible passing ability.
That's tipped. Now here's Capella. And here's Hunter. Capella, the pass to Murray. Atlanta again missing.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
Goes up on the wing, and that one good.
P.J.
Washington's got 9 points now in the second half.
Boy, with good mechanics and a nice high release point, Washington has a pretty advanced mid-range game.
Murray with it. Guarded now by Ball. Here's Collins. Can't connect from short range. The Hornets have gotten 8 of 11 shots to go in. Efficient so far in the third. Hayward attacking, and that one drops. Hayward's got 6.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. Richards is checked in for Charlotte. Smith comes in for Rozier. Smith against Murray. Outside Hunter. Pass to Holiday. Shot to stop the run. And Holiday powers it home.
Elevates and detonates the one-hand stuff.
Picture perfect.
I'm glad he didn't go overboard and try to do too much there.
Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Gordon Hayward.
And when you look at his offensive output over the past few years, it seems like other teams have figured him out and have his number now. He's having to put in a lot more effort on the offensive end, but without producing nearly the same results.
First one falls for him.
Boy, the speed and shooting Smith possesses is dangerous. I mean, a speedy point guard who continues to get better.
And the Hawks making a change here. Okongwu's checked in. And the Hornets making a change here as well. McDaniel's checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And man, looking good from the line so far this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
And the Dejounte Murray trade sort of came out of left field. Seemed mutual as the Spurs went to a younger direction and wanted Murray to play for a contender. A trade where everyone involved gets what they want.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops from Murray. The Hornets making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And Murray drops them both. Charlotte has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Leans from outside. And Ball gets it to go. Ball's got 30 points.
Ball showing a lot of effervescence on the offensive end, and it's probably infectious for the rest of his squad.
Out left to the wing. Here's Murray. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
His first, team second.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Charlotte.
Well, even halftime, they couldn't slow them down. They've been hitting from the mid-range, though, all game long.
They brought the hard hats and the lunch pails with them, too. Done some great work down inside.
And the first one at the line is good. So for the Hawks, Johnson comes in for John Collins. And Bogdanovich is subbed in for Hunter. And Murray drops them both.
They're doing some good work at the line this half.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take it.
Jalen McDaniels.
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into.
Boy, I'd love to get a replay on that one. Let's keep it handy so we can see it again.
Here's Murray. 17 points in the game. Up and over Smith. Murray's shot is good. 19 points in the game.
His mid-range shot is very solid. I mean, for some reason, the defense let him have it.
Here's Ball. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
They're going old school out there now, working the mid-range part of the floor.
They keep pulling up and watching them go down. It's a really nice thing to see.
Timeout called, the Hawks. Griffin, he's checked in for the Hawks. And a change for the Hornets. Martin's checked in. The Hawks have gotten 6 of 14 shots to drop in this third quarter. Outside Holiday. Bogdanovich against Ball. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams. All right, let's see what the Atlanta Hawks have coming up. On Monday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the Chicago Bulls. Then on Wednesday, they're off to Oklahoma City to face off with the Thunder.
Some might look at this schedule and already mark off how many wins they'll get, but I think that's a mistake. You can never take a night off in the NBA. Even the ones you think will be easy are tough.
Since halftime, they've really turned up defensively.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category.
Wow, that is strong production there. When Smith gets going, he's really hard to slow down.
Atlanta's gone 4 of 9 from beyond the arc since the break. Outside Bogdanovich. To the inside, Okongwu. And the layup is good. Okongwu's got his first 2 points of the night.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Here's Martin. Off target with the 3. And Atlanta has possession. Bogdanovich up top, pounded by Ball. Back to Bogdanovich. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. Bogdanovich has got 15 points.
You like seeing Bogdanovich get it done inside, an opportunistic scorer around the rim. And that's a low percentage shot, and I'm sure he knows it.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving, get something better.
Here's Ball. And Ball throws it down.
Boy, it's great seeing Ball finish with strength like that, showing off the athleticism with that rim-rocking throwdown.
The Hawks shooting at a 44% clip in the third. Smith against Holiday. There's Bogdanovich with the three. Good! Now 7 for 11 on the night.
Looking to find the rhythm he had in the first half. That's now his 4th three-pointer of the game.
Smith into the lane. A quick shot there. It's off target. Atlanta is shooting a fantastic 57%. Bogdanovich against Ball. Bogdanovich passes to Holiday. Now Griffin to the wing on the left. 6 to shoot. He shoots it. Offensive rebound. Okongwu. And there's the bucket. Staying with it that time. Offensive glass, getting it done.
Offensive rebounding is all about wanting it. Fantastic effort there, leading to second chance points.
Now a timeout called by Charlotte.
Artisa crew is looking for the loudest fans, so get up and get crazy!
Young, he's checked in for Holiday. Maladome's checked in for Charlotte. Charlotte's gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Here's Ball. Good on the leaner. Ball's got 12 points here in the second half.
Guys, this has been an incredible performance this quarter. I mean, he's getting the ball where he likes it and wants it and just going to work.
Bogdanovich finds Young. Tipped away. Ball outside with the drive. The rebound by Bogdanovich.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
Up top, Griffin. Pass to Johnson. McDaniels against Bogdanovich. The kick out to Johnson. There's the triple. Another three for Atlanta.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Here's Williams. Shoots over Okongwu. Williams' shot is good. And the Hornets lead by 19.
Just continuing to pile it on, refusing to let up.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
Back to Young. Oh, connects again.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. Well, the Hornets shooting an insane 65%. Just terrific. And Ball gets it to go.
He's carried much of the scoring load tonight. And with the win in reach, don't expect him to let up.
Left side, Young. Unable to get that one. And Charlotte going the other way now. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. After this game, they can look forward to Utah, where they'll have a matchup against the Jazz. They're getting into the back half of a 4-game road trip. There's 42 seconds left in the third quarter. Bogdanovich against Ball. Now Now here's Bogdanovich. Tight defense on him from deep. Johnson. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Now here's Young. Defense is right there. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Most people think of Young as a perimeter player, but he has the courage and toughness to work inside.
Yeah! 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
You know, it's quite remarkable how quickly Trae Young became a force to be reckoned with in the league. And so far, there doesn't seem to be a limit on his potential as a top-tier scorer.
And both free throws good for Young.
Staring at this deficit, they're trying to be more aggressive and get themselves to the line.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
LaMelo Ball getting it done for the Hornets. Over 40 points tonight and making it look easy. More 2K action in just a moment. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. The tandem on the perimeter, Murray and Hunter. Collins plays the 4 with Capella at the 5. And it's Young in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Here's Young, up and in from the low block. Young's got 54 points.
Even if this game doesn't go their way, he has to be proud of his performance tonight.
Rozier gets the bucket.
Rozier plays within himself and doesn't typically force shots offensively. He's got a nice, smooth stroke from mid-range.
Lets it go from 11. Murray, no good.
Yikes, how did he miss that? I mean, he makes 9 out of 10 of those.
Pulls up on the wing, and it's good. Off the back rim and in. Plumlee's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, they'll take the points, but I'm sure Coach would prefer a higher percentage look next time.
Inside, and a slam dunk by Capella.
Well, I like how Capella stays 1 step ahead of the posse on defense. Has a real good sense of body control.
Washington's shot is good.
You know, this has been a totally different half for him. He definitely looks more comfortable now, guys.
Outside Murray. Hayward with it, and it's Young picking him up. And it's Washington missing. The Hawks have gone 2 of 3 to open the 4th quarter. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Rozier. Now the Hornets moving it up. Hayward's shot is off.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, You'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Collins finds Capella, launches it. Maledon grabs the miss. Maledon's got 4 rebounds in the game. Leaner from distance. Hayward, good.
The 3 C's, calm, cool, and collected. Hayward's a good shooter with a hand in his face. He knows how to make tough shots.
Outside Young. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. Well, Grant, in the pace and space era of the NBA, it seems like the rate of free throws league-wide has declined dramatically.
Yeah, I love that, B.A. It keeps the game going. There's a flow to the game, and we like it as broadcasters, and you know the fans love it as well. So I hope the league will continue on this trend.
And he shows the focus there. Nails the team. And a new group getting ready for the Hawks. Kaminsky, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Johnson comes in for Collins. Griffin, he's checked in for Hunter. And Holiday subbed in for Dejounte Murray. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter.
And he's doing things on the glass tonight that we don't often see.
Boy, he has put in some major work. He's earning his pay, for sure.
And the basket by Plumlee.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
And it's good. He hits another one.
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. Here's Maledon. And again, it's Charlotte converting.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Kaminsky, the pass to Griffin. Well, Grant, this is the business you and I are in. NBA has a couple of years with existing TV partners. How much are we going to see things change with the next deal, you think?
Oh, B.A., this is interesting as this continues to evolve. I think as people's viewing habits have changed in the last 10 to 15 years, I think live sports and the NBA game is still something fans love to see in real time. I think also the fact that we can also attract a larger audience is exciting. I don't know how it'll all play out, but I know it'll be fun to follow and watch as we go.
Now here's Holiday. Pass to Young. 4-3. And again, 60 points. This guy can't be stopped right now.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Here's Thor. Tries again. A nice shot by Richards.
Taking it right at the rack. I mean, that defense is looking real frustrated.
Well, they should be. I mean, it has not been a good performance for them at that end of the floor.
Here's Young. There's the drive. Good. He hits again. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Here's Thor. And it's Charlotte with another.
Yeah, and Smith doing a nice job getting his teammates involved. Terrific at spotting the open man.
Poke loose. And it's the Hornets on the break. Here's Richards. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
A nice shot by Young.
The scoring is coming easy for him. Got to keep the ball in his hands.
Time called here. The Hornets decide to talk it over.
Please give a big round of applause for your new dance team. give a big round of applause for your Hawks Youth Dance Team.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, LaMelo Ball.
We saw outstanding focus and really good energy from him all the minutes he was on the floor. He was determined to make an impact every time he touched the ball, and he did just that. Guys on both squads could learn a lot from what he did here tonight.
You know, the way they've been playing lately, they needed him to take on a bigger role. He gave them the critical boost they were looking for. It's been all Hornets. And the NBA enjoying the highest attendance numbers in the history of the league. Clark, compare the fan experience now to where it was in the 80s when you played.
BA, I don't know if there is any comparison. I mean, when you factor in the popularity of the league now with the various social media platforms that exist, the star magnitude power of the game's biggest stars worldwide, I just think it's a different time. More teams, more exposure, more platforms for exposure, and a real understanding of how to market the NBA globally. So fans have a way of engaging that didn't exist in the early 80s.
And so Ball nails both of them.
Well, I tell you, I like Ball's mental makeup for such a young guy. Plays with patience and the wisdom of a 10-year vet, and he produces in every area.
Holiday against Ball. Holiday passes to Griffin. Back to Holiday. Pass to Johnson. 5 to shoot. Here's Griffin. Hornets with the rebound. Plumlee's got 14 rebounds tonight, going after it. The baseline J, and it's Rozier. That time on the assist by Plumlee. Rozier's got 11 points here in the second half. The Hawks have gone 8 of 12 so far here in the fourth. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That one on Ball. Now a timeout called by Charlotte. Well, if you want consistency at the 5 spot, Mason Plumlee is a good player to have in the rotation, Clark.
Could not agree with you more, B.A. A consummate professional and extremely hard worker. Rebounds at a high level, and he is one of the best playmaking centers in the NBA.
Make some noise!
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Holiday. Well, Clark, when you joined the NBA in 1982, there were around 300 players. Nowadays, it's over 500.
Yeah, you know, some would argue that's more opportunities, which is factual, but also others would say it's a little watered down now. But there are more good players, so I think it's basically an expansion of the talent level we see across the world. And the world is where the game is played, and that continues to be demonstrated by the number of international players that continue to make a mark on the NBA. So overall, I think it's a good thing to see the number of players expand at the NBA level.
Atlanta's gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Now Holiday. Pass to Griffin. Back to Holiday. Atlanta again missing.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
Three-pointer Rozier. Gets the 3 to fall. Rozier's got 38 points.
Putting on a shooting clinic from deep. He had that huge first half, and he's still rolling.
Ball against Holiday. Pass to Kaminsky. And there's the rejection. Rozier outside, over Holiday, and again, it's Charlotte converting.
Relentless in his approach. He has one thing on his mind: close this game out.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
There's the screen by Johnson. Here's Griffin. Oh, no good! Unable to end this run. Charlotte has gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. Fires from the wing. Plumlee, no good. The Hawks have gotten 8 of 15 during the fourth quarter. And here's Griffin outside. Knocks down the long J.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Here's Ball. Out to Hayward. Back to Washington. The shot, no good. Johnson with the defensive effort. Holiday against Ball. Ooh, excellent D there from Ball. It's been all Hornets. Here's Washington. Kaminsky pulls it in. And here's Holiday. Pass to Johnson. Outside Holiday. Griffin with it. Jacks up a 3. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Rozier, the shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Rozier's got 42 in the game. Here's Holiday. On the wing, Holiday. There's the 3. And the Hawks with another 3.
A defensive breakdown. Can't afford to leave him open from range.
And they double up Ball. Rozier from outside. Kaminsky pulls it in. Atlanta's gone 4 of 6 from deep thus far in the fourth. Throws it up high. And Griffin slams it in.
Oh, great teamwork right there.
Hey, you got to love the finish. Bringing it down with some attitude.
I'll tell you what, I think the pass was even better. I mean, that was room service delivery at its finest.
The 3 from Washington. Sinks it from distance. Washington's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, he's a stretch 4 now with a dangerous outside shot. Washington loves letting that one fly from there.
And Griffin gets it to go.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Got his man all tangled up. I mean, serious crossover.
Here's Holiday. Oh, it's blocked by Washington. Rozier outside. From outside, off the mark. There's a minute 40 left in the fourth quarter here. Pass to Johnson. Now Holiday. The three. And the Hawks with another three.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's going to make you pay.
Here's Plumlee. The shot off that time. And it'll be the Hawks taking it the other way.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Hornets.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
This will mark their 13th win of the year. Not a bad number.
And this season series is tied no more. With this win tonight, they're up 2-1 against Atlanta.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for LaMelo Ball.
I thought his active hands were a big help. I mean, he took some chances on defense, and his gambles paid off. He got a bunch of steals.
Charlotte calls timeout. They're leading by 23. There's 53 seconds left in the final quarter. Congo's checked in for the Hawks. Young comes in for Holiday. Charlotte has gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the fourth. Here's Smith. Off the left rim and out. 43 seconds left in the fourth. Griffin with it. Now guarded by Rozier. Here's Young. Plenty of space. And the Hawks tack on 2 more.
Well, he's still battling, doing everything possible to keep them in this game.
Here's Rozier. No good. Had a chance to end the run there. Young with it. Let's go with a 3. Washington grabs the miss. Smith outside. Rozier from outside. Offensive rebound. Washington's shot is good.
Stick-to-itiveness, folks. That's what you see in Washington, and I love it. This guy attacks the glass.
And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. So long, everybody.